So how's everybody's characters feeling? It's still early morning. You haven't gone to sleep yet. You're out of resources, or not out, but they've got to be dwindling by now, right?
Yep.
He's got 3 spell slots left.
I'm doing my
That's
best.
plenty, right?
This is fine. This
I
is
have
George.
2 magic slots. No. Sorcery points. Words are hard. Got 2 sorcery points, which means I could either have 1 more spell slot or I can click in a spell. So we'll see how things go. I think Amani's feeling pretty confident, but
Yeah.
that might be fake confidence.
Some bravado.
Well, at least their voice isn't fake, right?
Yeah, no, Amadi would never lie to us about what their voice sounded like.
Why would I lie about who I am? That would be silly.
Yeah.
That's good because I trust you.
Well, Nisa was
Better not
scared,
hurt
but at
Dennis.
the very end of the last episode, Nisa cast heroism on herself. So she is having a stretch of confidence and temporary HP.
Heck yeah. Both good things.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're still, at least according to the map anyway, you're still like in the other room, just kind of like
Yeah, she
collecting
stood back.
yourself.
There's blood on the table. She was too scared to pass it.
Too scared. That mom spaghetti all over the torture chamber.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what kind of what words? They're hard sometimes.
True.
You
This
all-
is
Not as
true.
hard as math.
There was a lot of doors last episode.
Oh no.
It started with you all entering the temple, and then you all just kind of searched around for a little while, opening doors, seeing what was behind them. You found the temple to be pretty much nobody home, at least on the first floor, and gone through. There are no real valuables, except for those apparently cursed items that Amadi may or may not have lifted. Possibly. Maybe not. Did anybody actually see that?
I saw it.
Aurelian did.
I saw it.
Aurelian
Oh,
watched
that's
me
right,
put the grapes
Aurelian,
in my
yeah.
bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold
grapes
grapes
of
worth like
wrath.
5,000 gold. Yeah.
It's like we
So
could come
much
back for
money.
these later. So
That's right.
I should have done that.
Yeah, Danis
smart.
also accidentally touched one, but as a result of both of your touches to these items, you now have disadvantage on all of your rolls for the next 24 hours, which is just chef's kiss.
yeah.
Super helpful as you all continue down into the basement of this temple, fighting off 8 skeletons or temple guards, depending on what universe you're in. You find a library, just some storage area, what looked to be the bedroom/staying area of some goblins that are all now dead recently. A torture room. Can't have a dungeon without a torture room.
Of course.
And then you
what I
round the
always say.
corner, and the deranged cleric is just mocking you, saying, "Oh, he's gonna kill them all. He's gonna kill you too." It's lovely, lovely times.
Classic.
But
I'm so glad I signed up for this ride.
yeah, before we get to that, we open on an extravagant palace nestled into the snowy mountains. In the courtyard, several guards and soldiers appear to be on high alert. A young girl hides behind a tree, watching intently. As the patrols wander the courtyard, she dashes from cover to cover, effortlessly avoiding their detection before reaching the stone steps of the palace itself. She races up the stairs to the door and slips through, finding cover behind one of the many statues inside. An older man points at something on the table in this room. "You see, it's quite clear. An army will rise, led by this war priest, to create a hobgoblin empire spanning coast to coast, wiping out everything in between." The girl slips from statue to statue, barely making a sound as her feet fall on the stone floor. A woman wearing an elegant dress and ornate jewelry speaks next. "It's not possible. It's just not. The armies of the world will surely stand together and prevent such a thing from happening." The girl climbs a statue, leaping to one of the beams traversing the tall vaulted ceiling, shimmying her directly above the table. Some debris falls, landing on the table below. A huge man dressed in elaborate furs and leathers quickly looks up. But he doesn't spot anything but shadows. This is ridiculous! I don't know why you're both wasting my time with these ancient fairy tales! Makes for a good story, but what makes you think this could possibly happen? The girl peeks over the rafters at the table below, spotting several stone tablets with crude drawings and an ancient-looking text. The old man approaches and points to one of the tablets. Look me in the eyes and tell me you cannot see the similarities! How can you deny that this is some sort of prophecy and not merely some fairy tale? A large explosion shakes the hall and debris falls from the ceiling. A commotion roars from outside the chamber. A moment of tense silence inside the room passes before the doors burst open and a palace guard runs in with twin boys, one in each arm. Lord, lady, we're under attack! The castle is fallen, you must go! The boys are crying, splattered in blood, and they run to their parents, leaping into their arms. Where's my daughter? The queen cries out, tears beginning to form in her eyes. But the guard stands motionless before he collapses to the ground, revealing a dagger in the back of his neck. And a bugbear stands behind him, wearing a flowing red cape, spiked leather armor, with a red hand emblazoned on the chest. His mace hangs at his side, and on his back hangs a black shield adorned with a red cardinal. He's flanked by a band of hobgoblins as they step inside. I see you found the holy texts! We'll be taking those back now, he snarls. Please, you can have them, just leave us be, the king pleads. And the bugbear presses forward with the hobgoblins matching each of his steps. That seems like a reasonable trade, sort of ponders aloud as he begins collecting the tablets from the table. The hobgoblins simultaneously surround the family, and they grab each one of them and force them onto their knees. Please, you can have the tablets, just leave us be! You said yourself it was a reasonable trade, the queen shouts. And the bugbear glances over the tablets, running his fingers over the depictions of a hobgoblin army swallowing the world, and pauses for a moment towards the end of one of the broken tablets, where a group of heroes appear to be holding back the armies. A reasonable trade, yes, but not a fair one. And the hobgoblins simultaneously plunge their daggers into the necks of the family, dropping their lifeless bodies to the floor. The girl in the rafter holds a hand over her mouth, fighting back tears and pain and anger, as we fade back to the present day, where a deranged cleric has gone on a murderous spree and promises that you all will be next. And that same look of pain and anger flares in Lenosa's eyes once more before the cleric dashes out of sight, his deranged laughter filling the halls of the temple. Roll for initiative!
Ooh.
Oh.
10.
16.
Wait a second, I messed up. Okay.
Second.
Who got 10?
Amadi.
I got 10 as well.
10.
16 for Lenosa.
And 16 for Rowan.
Yup.
5 for Danis.
Oh boy.
I hear 16 for Lenosa. Danis got 5. I'm missing. Nisa, what'd you get?
4.
4. Oh my god.
Which makes sense. You're like, kind of in
I'm
the other
also
room.
in the back, so it's made.
Oh, that's
fine.
true. Yeah, it makes perfect sense, actually. Alrighty. So we're in initiative order. Amadi, you are up first.
No.
Did you say no?
I did, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think.
'Cause we're
I think
both-
Rowan,
we're both 10.
Rowan or Lenosa are before me. I'm 10 with Aurelian.
Oh, you're right. My mistake.
I'm sorry. I only
you're
said no
fine.
because I was like, it's only.
I thought it was genuinely a
wanted to
joke,
go
so I
back.
disregarded it. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Rowan and Lenosa, what are your dex mods? I think Lenosa's going to win this one.
Yeah, mine's 0.
Okay.
6.
And then Amadi, I think Aurelian beats you on dex mod. Yeah, does that sound fair?
+4.
Yeah, mine's only +3, so.
Okay.
Aurelian
that works
face
out
better than me.
Perfectly. Because, Sparrow, if I remember last week, you said, hey, just so you know for next week, like as soon as this happens, I'm there. So you go first in the initiative order.
Yeah.
Yep, she's gonna move. Let's see. Just want to make sure that I can. 15 plus another. Okay. Can't do things moving to the grooving.
Moving
And then-
to the grooving.
Yeah, so she's probably gonna move just all the way right here with no quarterstaff.
There's
Just
no quarterstaff.
no quarterstaff out.
You see, this room it's decorated in a bizarre fashion. There's a dirty straw pallet on the floor, yet two really soft and expensive looking armchairs sitting at a table. There's a beautiful robe, kind of like the one that he's wearing, hanging on the wall, but it's hanging over like a really battered looking chest. The floor's got all sorts of muddy rags, and there's like exquisitely crafted wooden desk near the corner of the room. And at various points around the room, there's like little small iron hooks for hanging tapestries. But otherwise, most of the tapestries are gone except one.
What does that one look like?
It just kind of looks like, are they called Persian rugs? Just the weird sort of abstract designs. Yeah, so it doesn't have any like symbols on it or anything. It's just kind of ornate.
Okay. I'm gonna have Lenosa move right here, and then she is going to take out the quarterstaff in case this dude's gonna ambush.
Okay.
And that's
That
it.
brings us to Rowan.
Boy. Okay, Rowan is seeing all this, she's going to say a prayer to Shar to protect her friends and cast Bless on the homies. Which homies exactly? The ones who, well, I guess I can't. I was going to do all the homies that weren't cursed, but Nissa's a little bit far. So Aurelian, Lenosa, and Amadi, because they're pretty close.
So what does that give?
And it gives you get a D4 to add to your attack roll or your saving throw within this like minute or so 10 turns.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yay.
Heck yeah.
And she's not going to use bonus action or movement at this time.
Aurelian.
Right. Hearing this, let's see. Aurelian's going to sprint forward. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 30. I'm gonna run up here next to Lenosa.
Okay.
Looking around. Use my action. Is there a doorway in this room?
You do not see a doorway.
Use my action to try to perceive any hidden door frames or
Okay.
anything out of place.
Yeah, roll
Does
perception.
that work? Okay, cool. Up. All right. 22.
22. You notice the tapestry hanging against the wall is swaying ever so slightly.
He ran behind the tapestry, and I'll shout so everybody can hear me. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Amadi.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to move my full movement speed through this little zigzag hallway 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I will action dash into the room. Which part of the wall is the tapestry on?
I suppose I could do some kind of
You could
visual
do it.
imagery here.
Just a small ping to let me know where I will be lighting a fire.
Love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
approximately right there.
5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. And then, you know what? As a bonus action, I'll come up to Aurelian and Lenosa, and I'll look between the two, and I'll say, "Who wants a breath weapon?" And I hold out my hands, and I've got fire in one and electricity in another.
Well, all right.
Which I need.
Lenosa
I'll look over at Lenosa, but
Lenosa is not listening.
Perfect. I'll slap
give me the
Aurelian.
sparks.
Sparky mouth again.
I'll slap Aurelian, and he gets sparky mouth. And then I'll end up here because I am not going through that tapestry alone. I'm not that stupid. Actually, can I tear it down though?
Absolutely, because you haven't used or your breath
No,
weapon. Is
that was my bonus action. I used my action to dash. I can't tear it down, so I will end my turn up by that table. Never mind. Okay. Action economy. Sorry about that. That's my turn.
That's fine, I guess. I guess that'll bring us over to Dennis.
Dennis, you're muted.
Hey, what's this wall made out of?
The wall itself is made out of stone.
Shit. All right, fair enough.
Bam.
Is it
Got me there.
strong stone?
Does it look
Are you
wobbly
saying
at
that
all?
the stone is stronger than Danis? Because that's what I need to hear out of your mouth.
I mean, I'm not saying that. If I am absolutely willing to rule of cool, busting through like the Kool-Aid Man.
I don't want to see that fan art. Just kidding. I do. So I'm gonna dash and make it to there
Okay.
because that's what I can do. And Danis runs into the room, very clear-eyed and concerned looking.
Clear. I get it. Clear-eyed, but like he's got Ben Stein's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Nisa.
Wow.
Lisa is in the back room, still looking at this blood that's on the strapped table for torture. And she sees it kind of dripping off, and she casts heroism on herself, and she's looking at it. And her eyes are just vibrating. And she looks at Target, and she goes, "We're gonna fuck him up!" and she moves her whole 25 feet right to the door outside of the hallway, and
Nice.
Target meets her at the door, and she's like, "You're gonna fuck him up!" And he goes his full 40 feet to match Rowan's speed. And that's what she can do right now.
Well, all right. That's a turn. Target comes with you, I assume.
Yeah. He passed the door and moved towards where Rowan is standing.
Oh, I see now.
Currently in the hallway where everyone else is not.
Beautiful. Alien activity. And Lenosa.
Lenosa heard from a friend that the tapestry is where the man's ran. So that there was some rhyming in there that was accidental for sure.
I heard it, and I appreciated it.
She's going through.
All right.
I guess like right here.
Through right there. Absolutely. Give me a second to click the right thing on Roll20 to correctly display that area. For now, we're just going to sit here waiting on me. And now it's going to happen. And you're going to see a room. There we go. That's the room. This room is large, dirty, and unkempt, with shards of rock laying around. There's some 4 crude granite statues, well, 3 crude granite statues surrounding the room, just sort of kind of around. And in the southeast corner is a very polished jade figure of a snake with a female human head that is set apart from the other statues by its obviously superior crafting and material. Near it is a small cage with iron bars, which hold a sort of unconscious-looking figure of a young woman clothed in tattered rags. And in addition to that, 2 brass-bound chests sit next to the east wall. And oh yeah, the cleric's here!
Ew.
What's up, Snake Mommy?
Oh, unless.
Can I move to attack this? Can I move to attack this fool?
Yeah, you've only moved 10 feet so far. I believe.
I just didn't know if he got like an attack of opportunity or
He
something.
does not. He doesn't. He didn't ready. that
Neato
kind of action.
completo. Because Lenosa, I'm hoping effortlessly, is aiming right for this dude's neck, like the side of his neck, with a quarterstaff swing.
Oh, for sure. Aim away, Meryl.
Okay. Let's see. $16 to hit.
A 16 misses.
Round 2 with the other side.
Fight!
Let's go.
Round 2.
That's a bit better. That's a 21 to hit.
Hell yeah.
A 21. You swing the other end of your quarterstaff, and it seems to make direct contact with this person. But as you hit, your staff feels like it almost stops immediately. And the 3 granite snake statues in the room flash.
Noted. Am I rolling for damage, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, Lenosa is confused, and she's going to just stand there and pull. I guess obviously pull the quarterstaff in a little bit so she can prepare another attack. But that's all I got for you then.
Alrighty. Rowan, you're up.
Would she be able to hear, like, what's happening over where Lenosa is right now?
I imagine you would have heard, like, Aurelian shout, behind the tapestry, and then the sound of Lenosa's quarterstaff thwacking against this guy probably made a pretty good, like, sound.
Okay, I have to do some math really quick because I going to steal Pon's idea and dash. Let's see, I think with a movement speed and a dash, I can at least get into the other room. Yeah?
Yeah,
all
your
this?
movement speed should be like, what, 30? So your dash
Yeah,
would be
it's 30.
60? Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, you've moved pretty much exactly where you can go. You can go move right up to the doorway even if you wanted.
Yeah, Rowan's gonna, basically sprint in there, and then she'll be, like, out of breath, panting, looking around, and then seeing the tapestry burn or go through, looking at other people in the room. Like, where's Lenosa? And that is her turn. Sprinting, catching up.
I'm here, guys. All right, Aurelian.
All right. Aurelian's going to run in. Each of these are 5, right? So 5,
Yes, it should be 2 scale.
15. And rush in, seeing the cleric, he's going to go ahead and take a swing with his rapier to try to strike this cleric. 9 to hit.
A 9 misses.
Missing, he's going to try again, coming back with the other one, swinging around, and 17 to hit.
A 17 misses.
Also misses. Wow. Oh.
Yeah, I should clarify a little bit more that now that you're really up seeing this man, his robe isn't like flowy like you'd expect it to be, like if he was just wearing a cloth robe. He appears to be wearing some kind of armor underneath it.
Okay.
That's going to bring us to Amadi.
Awesome. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Plop myself right next to the statue of snake mummy that I really hope is a statue, but Amadi wouldn't think about that being a problem.
Write that down real quick.
And then I'm gonna turn around and I would like to mind sliver on him. It's a DC 15 intelligence saving throw. If he fails, he takes 1d6 psychic damage.
I'm so glad that you said intelligence saving throw, because it's not a good one for him.
Okay. I thought
He
you were
fails
being
it.
sarcastic.
So
Sweet.
how much does he take?
Okay, so he takes 3 points of psychic damage, and also he has to subtract a d4 from the next saving throw he makes before the end of my next turn.
Nice. Okay.
Uh,
All right.
And then I'm gonna just sort of hang out in the back corner.
Sounds like a plan. Danis.
Sounds like a Planis.
Here we go.
And these are still statues of snakes, right? They're not.
Yeah, they just look like rock statues of snakes.
Okay.
Maybe painted green. Maybe that was just the only asset I could find.
Huh. Okay. That's oddly convenient, but that's fine. Oops. Well, that means that I have just enough to get up in this cleric's face. Just where I don't want to be. Anyway, I'm gonna strike recklessly,
Okay.
but with the Great Club.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
A 21. The club comes crashing down on this man, and it just stops in an instant on his head, and the three statues illuminate.
This one, right? The ones
Correct.
that are all
Not
the
the
same
one
model.
in the very southeast corner next to Amadi. That one is a real pretty statue that somebody's probably going to steal.
Just to clarify, I did hit him, right?
You made contact with him.
Am I rolling damage? That's what I'm trying to ask.
No.
No?
In mechanical terms, you missed him.
From my back vantage point, would I have noticed the statues light up when Danis went to hit him?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Would Rowan have also seen? Because I'm not sure if this is like open with the tapestry, or like the tapestry still there.
Did anybody tear it down, or did you all just kind of rush through it?
I think we just rushed through it.
Just rush through it.
Yeah, Danis
Sorry.
rushed through it, but
I'll fill you in, Rowan.
Rowan-
Don't worry.
Rowan just saw Danis run through it. If
I mean, for what it's worth,
yeah, that's true.
Lenosa ran through it recklessly, so who knows if it stood up. She's
Right.
like, he's 8 feet tall, so like,
Yeah, did you tear it down on your way through? How about roll a
I mean,
D100?
they're the largest people.
50 or over, it got torn down.
Fingers crossed.
During
Percent
the-
chance.
Please.
Yeah. I'll let you all pick who rolls the D100.
Lenosa, do you want to do it?
Lenosa.
We're running
Lenosa.
through it first.
You got this,
Not to put
Lenosa.
that on you.
I believe in you.
53.
Hey! Okay,
we
so
did
as
it!
you ran through, the tapestry like hooked on like part of your robe or your quarterstaff or something, and it came falling down to the ground. So
That
now
was
the
close.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I think. Okay, so that means that.
So then you would have seen. You might
The
not.
three
know
landed
why.
right away. The larger dice took a little bit, so I was like, "It's something 3."
Yeah, you would have seen that statue illuminate, though you might not understand why yet.
now you got a Captain Underpants cape.
Captain
What
Underpants.
happened?
So-
Dennis swung. Okay.
Yeah, I just realized that I swung with advantage because I reckless struck, but I
right, because
still
of your
have disadvantage. So
So they would have canceled out, and you'd just have had a single roll. So that's still
right,
works.
but I still rolled with advantage, and it was
Oh, I get what you're saying.
yeah.
Well, he isn't hurt at all, so
Okay,
no harm, no foul.
okay, fair enough.
Does Danis have multi-attack or additional attacks or other actions?
He cannot do that because I'm currently wielding a great club in two hands. So
I see. Okay. All right. Well, that means it's Nisa's turn.
Nisa's down the hallway. Everyone could probably just hear a little. She's like warrior charging through the door. She still has her 25 movement, so she gets to the edge of the hallway, and she's like, "I'm going, Target, go in there!" And Target rolls all the way in. I believe from where he was. Let's see. Yeah, he gets all the way into the room where the action is. He goes through the tapestry, passing Rowan, gives a little whoop, whoop as he passes, like a hello. And at this point, he did a full 40 feet. I believe he's 5 feet from Rowan. No, 5 feet from Aurelian.
Yes.
So if any attacks happen to Aurelian,
Disadvantage.
his deflect attack would impose disadvantage, which is just a static thing that steel defenders do. So,
Okay.
so he's just in the room at the moment. He did what I told him to do, but Nisa's in the back going down the hallway. She also gains 5 additional temporary HP because of her heroism.
Heck
So
yeah. Do you still have your action?
she's getting beefy. Well, she doesn't have much to do.
You could sprint,
She would.
potentially, right?
Would that lose concentration on a spell?
Sprinting?
Prince?
I don't
Or is
think
it just
so.
when you attack?
I think it's just attacking that you have to make a Constitution check. Because you can use other actions. Just if you cast a spell, you have to maintain a concentration check. That sounds
Cool.
right to me.
So
I'm
she
going to rule it
gets
that way.
she gets to the other side of the hallway. She's now a little bit closer. Perfect.
Nice.
She's going real fast, trying her best, but that's all I've got. Target's in the room.
Right.
He goes right after me. So he is going to. He doesn't know what's going on. He just knew that I said, go in there and fuck him up. So he comes in and he is going to force and power attempt on Mr. Angry Cleric Man. He's going to go
Alright.
literally jump onto him.
Like a Goomba?
God.
I love it.
And his little armadillo tail comes at him like a fucking knife. I'll roll to hit. He's not a magic weapon, by the way. I just looked it up. And he also got a 4. But he's vibing. He fell to the
Yeah.
floor.
He tried his best.
He tried his best, but now he is 5 feet from everyone.
Okay. That's great positioning.
Yes. And that's my turn.
Now, does the positioning of that is that this is probably a dumb question, and I
No.
already know the answer,
Not
but
dumb.
it just attacks or words are really hard sometimes.
They are.
It grants disadvantage not just to melee attacks, but to like spell attacks and whatnot, right?
It grants
Like-
it imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of a creature that is within 5 feet of it, proving
Perfect.
that it is not against proving that it is not against target.
Okay, excellent. That may very well save your all lives.
Yay, target!
Now, I'm looking at all the. I've been trying to I've had 6 turns, well, 2 rounds now, essentially, to pick what spell I'm gonna cast or what I'm gonna do. I just have so many options. As a
Nisa's in the back.
7th level cleric.
A what?
What now? What was that? What was that?
Man said 7th level.
He meant -7, right?
Yeah.
Hope y'all are prepared to never find out what that thing Nolan was talking about at the beginning.
What anything Nolan was talking about at the beginning was.
I rolled a natural 19 on an unnamed character. That was almost a crit.
Get out of this game.
Dennis.
Get out of here.
Oh, disadvantage. Disadvantage.
I was about to tell you, don't worry.
Much better. Does a 15 hit?
Target.
If it meets it, he beats me.
Is your AC a 15?
My AC is a 15.
Oof.
Okay, let me double check the math. 9 plus 6?
Oh, sorry. Reckless attacked. So
Does that mean-
you got to take the first roll because advantage,
he-
disadvantage,
advantage.
canceling out. Fun game.
Fun game. Okay. So he lifts his club, but it's not really over you. It's kind of like he's reaching up at you, truthfully. He might have a high to hit, but you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Well, I'll take 6 damage, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's...
don't forget people's aid if you have it, because that's 8 hours. So it would have still been up.
What does aid do?
It's either 5 HP heal, or if you were full health, which I believe most people were except for Lenosa. So I did the usual melee people, so Dennis, Lenosa, and Aurelian. And if you were full HP, then it's 5 extra HP.
That's right.
Oh, cool. I'll add 5 HP.
Cool. That
was
is
about
wonderful.
when we're at the top of the, like right before we started opening the doors. So
Yeah, no, I've got the temporary on my
Noted.
character sheet.
I do
Lit.
not.
That's awesome because I was down like 10 health at the start of this fight.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. You all are down a little bit already, aren't you?
Yeah, Nolan.
Yeah.
I told you I'd kill you! Lenosa.
So Lenosa has gotten enough information that she sees that like both she attacked and he seems fine, and then Dennis came down with a big old club and he seems fine, but she did kind of see the statues glow. So instead, what she's going to do is she's going to turn around and she's going to come over here and she's going to bring her quarterstaff down on this statue.
All right. Do it to it.
Does a 19 hit it?
A 19 hits it.
Oh, that's max damage, baby.
Nice! How much
Hell
damage?
yeah.
That's 10 damage.
And damage. The statue crumbles under the weight and of the attack.
And just for my reminder, is there something in the cage, or is this cage empty?
There is a person in the cage.
Okay.
I'll doodle one while you're...
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was just like, is this an empty cage or is there a person here? Okay. And so for her Polar Master attack, she's going to attack the cage with the second one.
Like the door of the cage?
Yeah, like the door of the cage.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
That one's 14.
A 14. I want to say that misses. It's a sturdy cage. If I might change my mind, but for now, it missed.
Okay. That's all I got.
Okay.
I guess she kind of like gives a pointed look to Amadi after she hits the statue and it crumbles.
Okay.
Is it at the end of the turn?
He's sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to give all the time to shine. Rowan is going to first use her movement speed to finally join the battle. I'm here.
Welcome.
On her way walking over, she definitely did see Lenosa smash this, so we're not metagaming.
Yes.
You wouldn't want to know what is doing. And she's going to try and hit the statue. But I have a question for you, DM.
Yes.
Can I use the other end of my spear so it is now bludgeoning damage instead of piercing?
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do that.
Cool.
The whole thing is the weapon, so.
Yeah. So she's gonna roll to hit. I almost used G&D beyond. I'm not doing it. Okay. I had the tab open, but I used it to make the clip of Jen earlier. She a nat 20 on the statue.
Nice!
Hell yeah. Let's go.
That is great. Do I get a critical effect in the statue?
And roll for a confirmation.
Okay.
16.
16, that confirms. So your damage is going to be maxed out. So whatever your damage die is, times 2 plus the modifier.
Cool. That would be 6 times 2 is 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 damage on the statue.
The statue crumbles.
Yes.
I was like the best strike that Rowan's had on her sword. And it's not a statue, but hey, we take those. And you know, that's Gab. It's going to be the end of her turn. Let's just smacking the crap out of that statue. Your job's done.
Job's
done.
Aurelian.
I was waiting for it.
Yes. Perfect. So yeah, seeing that like his attacks had no effect on this cleric and Lenosa, and Rowan smashing these statues, he's gonna change his direction and spin around, and try to cut the head off of this snake statue with his rapier. 14, does that hit?
What are you attacking again? Sorry?
The statue that's...
The statue of 14 does hit.
Awesome. Love to see it. Do I get sneak attack on the statue?
Because flanking?
Yeah, I've got an ally within 5 feet. Is
You know what? Why not? It's not like it can tell you're there.
Nice.
You really stuck up on that statue, I'll tell you what.
I'm very sneaky. Oh my god, let's see what I get. It is 5 plus whatever my bonus is. So 9 damage.
9 damage. You pierce it with the rapier and it starts to crack.
Nice.
Almost completely, but it's still slightly intact. And why did I put the X on it? I'm sorry.
I know you give me false hope.
I must have, like, subconsciously, I really wanted it gone, but just hanging on by a thread, I tell you.
Yeah, well, so with my other hand, I've spun around. I'm going to use my then left hand to try to bring the sword down on top of the neck of the snake and finish the job, hopefully. Ooh, that is a 17 on the die.
A 17 hits. It had 1 HP. So roll your damage just to see.
Nice. Just for funsies?
Just for funsies.
That is 8 damage.
8 damage. All right, so all 3 of these granite snake statues have crumbled into dust.
They take the heads off and say, I fucking hate snakes. And then turn around and face the cleric dead on. And some little sparks are going to come out of his mouth now.
Nice.
That is it. That's the end of my turn.
That's gonna be a mighty.
Hi, I have to speak quick. I'm going to be casting Mind Sliver again. DC 15 saving throw.
Mind Sliver sounds like it.
I felt it.
Everything about that.
Did they say 17?
Mind Sliver.
DC 15, Mind Sliver.
DC 15. I couldn't remember what it was.
19
They
would be
failed.
incredible.
Failed.
Minus D4.
Minus D4. That's right. They failed regardless, but now they extra failed.
Yes.
They suck.
5 psychic damage.
You
says
suck.
Pog.
Nice.
I love the pantomiming. it's 5. We're gonna go with 5.
Yep,
If I'm
5.
wrong, just tell me.
5 damage.
Done.
They gave a thumbs up.
Cool. Thank you. That was fun.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yep.
That
The old Siskel and Ebert.
I
I
believe
understood that
that's the
reference.
end of their turn, and then we're
Yes.
gonna go with Danis.
It's Danis's turn. Wow. Well, don't have a whole lot of options here, so I suppose it is time to.
Is Danis sick of these monkey fighting snakes on the Monday through Friday dungeon?
I love that. Good job.
I couldn't resist.
Just gonna roll my attacks now.
He's gonna rack it.
Yeah.
Reckless strike. Will a natural 20 for 26 hit?
Yeah, a natural 20 hits. You want to roll for confirmation on that critical effect?
Fine. I will. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 confirms. You, my sir, get double damage, which means you roll your damage die. You get your max damage die plus your proficiency whatever thingy, and then double that result.
Okay. So that's going to be 16, 20 just outright, and then this, which is also max. So that's another 16 on top of that, or just the single damage die?
What was your damage die?
So my damage die was 8.
Okay, so it's 8 plus whatever you rolled.
So 16,
16 plus the bonus.
plus my strength, so 20.
20 doubled, so 40 damage.
Shit, man.
Wow.
Your club comes down onto Abramo, and the clanging sound of the plate mail underneath his robe fills the room. The life goes out of his eyes for a moment
Oh, I'm sorry.
before it returns.
That's.
As-
I'm less sorry. You seem to be okay.
At the moment you made contact with him, his body itself seemed to it took the blow and like caved, but almost immediately regenerated.
Danis kind of like, he came down with 2 hands with this great club, and he like had immediate regret all over his face. And as soon as he like regenerates, he like kind of brings it back up to the ready again, and just he looks very concerned.
All right, and because you're using the great club with 2 hands, you do not get a second attack, right?
Correct.
All right, Nisa, you are up.
Okay, Nisa is going to take her movement, which gets her right to the door. So she runs through the room with the fancy chairs and makes her way to the door, where she sees crumbled snakes, and I do not believe the rest of the group is in her line of sight from the door. What does she
Yes.
see from the door?
From the door, you immediately see to your left the cleric surrounded by Danis and Target.
Okay, so I do see in my line
yeah.
of sight where I am. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. So I see the entire room then. Okay.
yeah, pretty much.
Cool. So she is gonna immediately run towards the cage in the room that
Okay.
holds a person, question mark?
Yes, it does hold a person indeed.
Okay. She's going to utilize her right tool for the job, artificer trait / tool / thing that she can do. She is going to rummage around for her turn. So next turn, she will have the right tools for the job to open whatever this might be, whether it's locksmith, lockpicking tools, whatever is needed to open this, she's going to have it.
Okay.
But I would also like to not just have it, because artificers are OP. I would like to do like an investigation or something to see if she knows what kind of locks these are. Like, can she do this?
Yeah, they are roll an investigation. You said right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
Well, I got a 30.
You got a 30. You know it's,
I love it.
it's your standard iron padlock. It's nothing
Cool.
Crazy.
Cool. So she's going to have the right tools for the job come her next turn. Target is going to attempt again to force and power, and he is going to start rolling into a ball, exposing very large spikes coming out of his back. He's going to push himself really hard into the cleric, hopefully with a 19 to hit.
A 19 misses.
Rip. So he falls again to the floor, and he looks very confused. He looks back at Nisa, so he falls to the floor, and he's 5 feet still from Danis and Aurelian.
All right. No! No! Now you're ruining everything! And he reaches out to grab Danis. But he has disadvantage because of target. God damn it!
Yes.
Whoa, wait.
I
Were you
have
going for
a name
Danis?
for this.
Yes.
So
Because
reckless
of the
strike.
Reckless strike. All right. Okay. So the 18 counts. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna aim the mic real quick, just so y'all can enjoy this.
Ooh.
And it's
Not like this.
Ooh, I need a calculator.
When you need a calculator for the damage.
No, I need a calculator every time because I'm bad at math. So
That's
I'm just
fair.
hoping that Nolan is also bad at math.
It's just 1 + 1 + 1.
I roll my 20 and add the modifier, and I need a calculator at that point, so I get it.
Yeah.
So he grabs Danis on the chest and just starts shouting. He kind of blends from being very upset to some kind of incantation, and his hand begins glowing, and a wound starts forming on Danis's chest, dealing 38 damage.
Danis is very down. Very, very down. A lot down.
Like dead down or just very down?
A lot down.
Okay.
okay.
Lenosa, it is your turn.
Boy. Okay. Lenosa is going to move to this corner over here. And she is going to crack that last statue because that's all she can think to do.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 17.
A 17. You make a solid hit with this thing, but you don't think that you can break this through normal attacks. It's just solid jade. Not our jade, like the
Oh, okay.
Hold on, guys. I gotta go hostile.
Traitor!
Snake.
Sparrow just
Jeremy.
runs over to Jade and bonks her.
Okay,
roll an insight.
all right. That's not really my. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say that's not really my strong suit, but I also got a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you don't get the impression that this statue is involved in anything right now. It's just a very ornate statue.
Okay, cool. Well, then since she's on the other side of the cage, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave that for Nisa.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna do instead.
You can still have some
going-
movement to get back if you want to.
Hold on. Can I? Hold on. It's an action. Never mind. I'm just gonna heckin' do nothing. This is it. This is where I live now. That's my turn.
All right. Rowan.
Rowan sees red, seeing Danis is going down, and sprints over to the cleric and forgetting her spear, she tries and goes just like for his neck, like literally is going for his neck.
Okay.
So I'll see if she gets there. 19 plus 6, so 25 to hit.
Heck yeah.
That hits.
Okay.
Yes.
And you see like a circular purple light coming from her hand that she's reaching to grab onto this cleric's neck. And whoa.
I like that sound.
Yeah, she goes directly for his neck, and you see like you think that she's trying to strangle with one hand, and then you see like purple fissures basically going around and almost just basically creating a similar effect that was on Danis, but on the priest for 30 necrotic damage.
30 necrotic damage.
Full damage.
Full damage.
Love that for you.
Yeah, his neck starts to like bubble and boil, and you see like the blood in his veins, like beneath the skin, start to like not necessarily illuminate, but you can see it beneath his skin. He starts gasping, and he falls to the ground, seemingly dead. You got 6 seconds to save Danis. Go! 1!
I was like, are we still in initiative?
It's Rowan's turn, right? Or was you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's still on my turn. I was going to do a bonus action. A bonus action after she sees basically the life drain out of this priest's eyes. She's going to keep her hand there, and in Celestial, like, it is your time to embrace the goddess, but it is not Danis's time, and cast Healing Word. Second level on him, so he will be getting 3 plus 9, 12 HP. Hope that helps.
It does.
Yeah, there we go. But to just hopefully get him closer to being okay, because she doesn't know if that's the end or not.
Yeah, he should be fine. That stabilizes you.
Danis, who is on the ground, his breath rasping, takes a almost relieved inhale. And his breath stabilizes. And he seems to be okay.
Are we still in initiative?
No, now that there's no urgency anymore, so out of initiative.
Lenosa's going to go over to these chests and kind of wave Aurelian over to be like, yo, you know what you're doing with these. Let's look into them. And when if he does actually come over, she's going to kind of look at him and go, if there is something that can keep him down, I would hope it would be in one of these, because I do not trust that we have won.
Is Rowan still holding on to?
Yeah,
he's still holding on to him. I'll just look at him and I'll walk over this way and, well, let's see what we can find then in here. And I'm going to inspect them to see if they're trapped, possibly.
Yeah, roll an investigation to see if you notice any, perception to see if you notice any traps.
Okay. That is a 19 on the die plus 22.
22. You don't see any kind of traps on them.
Okay. Do they appear to be locked? I go to lift them.
Give it a little jiggle. They do not appear to be locked.
Okay. I'll flip open the lid.
All right. On the one
Lenosa will do the other one.
Okay. Aurelian, the one that you open, there's not much in it. Maybe 12 gold pieces, just kind of loosely scattered in there. Lenosa, assuming you open them at the same time, yours has a few potions in there. Some that you may recognize, some that you're not so sure of.
What check would that be, possibly?
Let's do an Arcana check.
Okay. That's a 4. I don't know what these are.
All right.
But I'll take them.
Can I kind of scrape around the bottom of the box and see if there are any hidden, take out my dagger and kind of try to pry to see if there are any hidden spaces in here?
Yeah, it does seem to be the legitimate bottom of this chest. Doesn't seem to be a false bottom of any kind. There's wear marks in the chest, like it's been heavily used. So whatever was in here doesn't appear to be in here anymore.
Aurelian's gonna kick the chest and just possibly, I don't know, how heavy how big are the chests?
They're decent size. They're probably 20, 25 pounds of wood and iron banding.
Okay, I'm just gonna kick it hard and be salty.
Yeah, so it just kind of slams against the wall and like a gold piece or two to pop out.
Nothing worth fucking dying for.
Addy would like to loot the body,
Okay.
please.
Absolutely. You can
Wait,
loot
Amadi, you should make sure he's dead first.
Rowan literally has her eyes locked on this dead body and has not let go of the throat.
I feel. Rowan, does he have a pulse?
Not at the moment, no.
Cool, let's take a shit while he's dead. And then I'm gonna just start like pulling stuff off of his body.
Nisa looks back, sighs, and just goes back
I
to
pull out a
walking.
dagger and start like cutting off his fucking clothes. I'm like, there's armor under here. We gotta get this off too. It's easier to hit when it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can coup de grace him and just, put a dagger in his neck. But otherwise, he absolutely appears dead. No coming back from this one. And as you
makes me nervous.
scavenge his body for equipment, you find a regular shield,
Okay.
half plate,
Okay.
+1 club.
Oh. Hold on, I need my notes. Oh, jeez. You say shield, not shelf. Shield.
Elf on a shelf. A half plate of eaten chicken.
Yep, +1 club.
Yep. And that's it.
There's no notes. I'm like stripping this man down to his kivvies, like he's naked boy. I want all of his things.
No notes or anything.
Hey. Oh.
When you're stripping him, and you take off the armor, where are you throwing it?
Well, I am in the middle of trying to shove the half plate into my bag of holding as we speak.
Just making sure the metal's not touching Danis.
No.
That would change the way
I know
his
better.
disposition when he wakes.
Nisa walked towards the cage when she put together, I guess, pieces that would work for a lockpick or whatever the tool for the job would be that she determined to get this cage open.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
you can put
individual
that
in it.
together.
Is she seeing that this person is alive?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Hey, Nolan, while she's doing that, Lenosa is going to turn and absolutely break that body's jaw with her quarterstaff.
All right. Have free reign at it.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. She seems to be breathing. She just seems like she's malnourished, not in great shape, not like visibly injured in any way, but obviously exhausted.
Yeah. So get the cage open and kind of, can you hear me? Are you okay?
And kind of like shake her a little bit and yeah. And she's like, oh. Did you get
Danis?
him?
Wait, not Danis. Aurelian? No. Lenosa, can you carry her?
Lenosa comes over.
right here.
Aurelian looks offended that I skipped over him. She's awake, but she's really not okay. We need to get her somewhere where she gets food, but she hasn't had food for so long that, like, if we feed her now, we could make her sick.
Elsa just nods and kneels down, I guess, to, like, I guess, prepare to pick up this person. I feel like no one said that she said something, so I was.
Did she say something?
Oh, yes. She just kind of whimpered out, did you get him?
As far as we know.
Good.
Lisa notices that Lenosa came over and she, like, math lady memes and walks off thinking. She goes towards the dead body, or, well, supposedly dead body, and she says, we have to burn this.
How's Dennis doing? What he doing?
Damn.
Oh, like beyond, weren't you healed?
You're healed.
Yeah. Is he back from consciousness? Back to consciousness?
Yeah, the healing brought you back. I'm sorry, I thought I said that.
Okay. Then I would say at about this moment he kind of gasps.
Oh. Ow. My head hurts.
Aurelian will reach down to give him a hand, which is very weird.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Good to see you back with us, my friend. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him as well.
Oh, everybody helping each other.
Can't do much, but unless that's max. So 12 hit points.
Nice.
Hey.
That is good.
Almost, I'm back at the health that I was when I went down. Yay. Yay.
Hey, Rowan.
Oh, thank you.
Happy to return the favor.
I appreciate it. I know I ask this a lot after fights, but what happened?
Well, you were with us throughout all of that, and until Rowan stepped in.
Rowan saved your life. You were dead, bad boy.
Well, not dead.
He was pretty dead. Like,
Okay,
did you
you
see
were,
his
like,
face?
not okay.
You were fucked up.
I see. Thank you, Rowan.
You see, and Rowan is visibly not in the room.
Dennis kind of like looks to each one of you.
Yes.
Maybe I was hit harder than I thought, but Rowan's not here, right?
Rowan's like, she's here. She's just a little distracted. She got a little angry, I think. And then I'm going to hold out that +1 club that I got off the body, and I'm going to sort of like wiggle it in front of Rowan's face and be like, magic club. You want it? You use clubs?
Rowan's not in the room.
Dennis, I
thought.
think she's in the other room. If
Oh my
everyone
god,
okay?
I misunderstood. I thought
Amani,
Rowan
are
was
you okay?
mentally not in the room, not physically not in the room.
Both.
My fuck up. I thought she was still holding the dead priest body, so that was maybe I'm in aftershocks.
I moved my token because I didn't want to interrupt the RP, but she dropped the body and then just
I see
basically
now.
just calmly with air quotes, we'll put it, walked out of the room into the other room.
I'm going to follow.
Nisa would like to do one final medicine check to find a pulse, just to ensure there's nothing happening with this body. Well, she got a 7.
A 7. You
She's
can't
not a good
find
doctor
any
after all.
signs of life on this person.
Okay. I'm gonna burn him. Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Before you do that, Lenosa holds up a finger, and then she gathers the body from the cage, the woman that is still alive, and kind of just like gently places her on the shoulder, so like as to not to harm this person, and then looks at everyone else and goes, "Out."
Oh, but I wanted to make sure they.
You stay. Everyone else out.
Okay.
Hey, Dennis, let's go see Rowan.
Yeah. Did I do something wrong, Lunosa?
No.
Okay.
I think maybe Rowan will be happy to see you.
I'll be happy to see Rowan.
If I'm in the other room, I would like to slowly wiggle the magic club in front of Rowan's face and be like, "You saved Danny's life? You want fancy new club? I know that was stressful, but you did such a good job."
I appreciate the offer, but I don't really think those are my type.
Do you need a shield, perhaps, or some half plate? And I just like pull out my bag of holding, and I'm like,
no. You know what? I think I just need. What do I need?
do you need a hug, Rowan?
Sure.
I could give you a hug.
We do a Rowan group hug? I don't do this a lot.
Sure. Yeah.
No pressure.
I don't want to interrupt.
And the girl just kind of like loses her words and just opens up her arms instead.
Can we do the
Okay,
thing
maybe
where
I
I
do wanna
hug
interrupt.
Rowan and then Dennis like picks us up? Can we please?
Yeah. That was what exactly what Dennis was about to do. He couldn't help himself. He knows that Amadi, well, he's picked up that Amadi doesn't like to be touched, but he still goes in for the hug.
I'm sorry, but I'm so overwhelmed. Thank you.
Like, stay on the outside, but pat Dennis on the back.
Dennis doesn't allow that, and he puts one arm around you and pulls you into the other two.
Okay.
This is nicer than I expected.
You're nicer than I expected.
Oh, I'm really not, but I appreciate the compliment anyways. And then Amadi's just gonna like wiggle their way down and out of the hug and like,
Oh, okay.
And Dennis
Okay,
kinda
that was
let's
good.
go.
Marty,
Thank
to be
you.
fair, the bar was very low, so.
That's true. That's true. Well, I do have half plate, a shield, and a magic club. So if anybody is interested, I cannot use literally any of this shit.
Hey DM, what's the club made out of?
Metal.
The metal. No, it's a wood club.
Is it really?
Okay.
That
I mean, if no one else needs it,
boom! And I just hand it straight over to him while he's fumbling his words.
Oh, you big guy.
Happy birthday, Dennis. Well, happy not death day.
Dennis kind of looks at Rowan again and smiles.
Oh.
thank you.
Let me remove that from my inventory.
I would say anytime, but hopefully this won't happen frequently.
I don't intend it to, but
I get the feeling it's going to.
Lenosa, why did you want me to stay in here?
There's no deeper meaning, but it was your idea to burn the body, and
Magic people, and not that they're bad. This one's bad. They tend to just never die. So I just imagine that if we burn it, it might not come back. But
she kneels down and with like kind of a smile, says, "It was an excellent idea." And I'm assuming she has like that like tarp kind of just like on her body because she didn't think to like take it off like during the battle, you know. She kind of tosses it over onto the body of the cleric. What did you say his name was?
Nobody said his name yet.
I think you said his name.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, you said something, and I was like, none of us are.
I said it once, and then I was like,
He proclaimed his own name.
He did. Yeah.
I'll believe that he did. It's Abramo.
Okay.
Abramo.
Okay.
I was gonna make a Brahmin joke.
So she tosses it. She tosses the thing onto Abramo's body and says, "Hopefully that will help." And she stands up and she walks out of the room.
Yeah, this definitely makes it easier because I don't see the. Okay, bye.
Nisa just kind of faces like the realization that she's about to kill like her first. Well, they're already dead, but she's about to like rid of the body of her first individual ever. She takes her torch out of her little pack and she just hits it with the flint to get it to light.
Target, do you? Okay, nope. Okay, you left too. Okay.
Yeah, she just drops it onto the body and it burns up. And she just stands there watching until it's not burning anymore.
Yeah, and you see it. It takes a little bit, but it begins to burn and char, and soon the flesh turns to bone, and the bone does remain just because the fire's not hot enough to completely incinerate it, but this body's gone.
Lenosa's gonna keep on walking with this body. She doesn't really stop to look at anybody. She just kind of keeps moving.
When Nisa just kind of stands there, not shocked, but just deeply in thought, but doesn't really follow the group.
I want to go back in. I'm going to put my mask over my face. I can't imagine it smells too pleasant. Look at Nisa. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a good thing, right?
It's a good thing. Doesn't mean it's not hard, you know?
Well, I can't chop off any of my body parts to make them go back. There's too much scarring.
Well, nobody had to chop off any body parts today, so I count that as lucky.
Is Danis okay?
She kind of seems to shake her head and look directly at Aurelian.
Not sure. You should go find him.
Well, okay. Yeah. Should we bury this body? Are any of the bodies?
Maybe we should. We can come back, though. We don't have to do that now.
Well, okay. Yeah, but what if someone finds them?
She starts to walk kind of with you.
Can deal with it later. I think we just need to get out of this place maybe for a little bit.
I'm suddenly very tired. Danis, are you okay?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I actually feel pretty good. Are you okay?
You know, I feel like calling some birds.
We can do that.
Okay.
And she follows Aurelian out the
I was gonna
hallway.
keep heading out.
I'm just trailing right behind Lenosa. Like, I'm not trying to be sneaky, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, the word is for someone she considers a friend. And then I'm following. Ignore the laughter in the background. That's my laugh track.
Danis has a little trouble getting out of the chair that's made for a normal-sized human person. But after he gets it off of his butt, he follows the rest of you out.
Rowan, are you okay?
As she enters the room, seeing Rowan in there.
No.
That's okay. Do you need to sleep? Does sleep make it better? What do I do to make it better?
I think I'm going to take a walk after this, and then that night's rest, I should be okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to sleep in the barn again, but whatever works.
Let's get out of this place.
So you all head back upstairs to the first floor of the temple. Everything seems as you left it.
Dead?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Doesn't seem like anything's coming behind you or anything like that. There is a missing golden statue, but otherwise identical.
Amadi, are you okay?
Seeing that, like, Nisa comes up the stairs, seeing Amadi in the hallway.
I'm doing great. I'm just this laugh track is killing me, but I'm just these statues are worth a lot of money, and I'm considering taking the rest of them for our fundage, but I don't know if that would be sacrilegious. I don't know what religion
I
means.
didn't actually look at any of these.
Here, look at this one, and I'm gonna pull the grapes out of my bag.
Without
They-
touching them, Nisa's hopefully gonna do an investigation check to see what it is, or made out of, or
They feel gross.
That's just because they're metal.
can I do a check to see if she can not identify what it is, but what it's made out of,
Yeah,
or if she could just look and know. She has a passive intelligence of 17.
yeah, it's pretty clear to you that it's just a solid, expertly crafted gold statue.
I mean, gold is worth a lot of money in Waterdeep.
Did we?
Isn't it?
Would we have
What?
noticed anything about? I mean, Amadi or?
I mean, my spells were not going off the way that they should have been when I was focusing and pew pew aiming. But I was also kind of scared down there and worried about my friend, the people that I have chosen to spend time with.
You
Friends,
call me a
this is
friend.
Your
No, I
friends.
didn't. It's fine.
Yeah, you did.
anyways.
You called him a friend?
Yeah, you did.
It's called everyone a friend, technically speaking, but it was a slip of the mouth.
You like us.
Anyways, and I'm just gonna like reach forward and grab the next statue because I'm not smart enough to make the
There's
connection. So
also.
Your mouth doesn't walk. How could it slip?
it's
Janice said is a good point.
I need to make another saving throw, DM.
Ooh, but I deleted the table because I didn't think anybody'd touch it again.
Oh no.
I can find
Yeah.
it though. Give me a D100.
No shit, the D1.
There's also a solid jade snake statue in the basement.
I want that statue too, but I don't think it will fit in here.
Yeah, the jade statue, by the way, it's skillfully carved with shades of violet and brown. It's blended into a masterpiece of evil. And the light that you guys had down there from any torches or lamps will cause the colors to swirl and shimmer. It's probably worth about 7,500 gold intact.
I'm gonna take it. Aurelian, I'm gonna reach you down there.
She goes and runs back down the stairs to go
damn
get
it.
the statue.
All right, I follow after.
Why would you ever want that much gold? It just feels gross.
He says he like opens and closes his hands
We-
again. Child with jam hands.
We can buy you all of the sticks and birdseed you want.
Oh,
Amadi, would you roll on your D100?
I'm afraid to tell you.
I'm afraid for you to tell me.
I rolled a 92.
Okay, that's actually not horrible.
Okay.
Let me just add especially for you, I will say of all the people to have this happen, you're probably the best one for it to happen to.
Your strength is reduced by 8.
I'm just gonna go ahead and add that icon too.
What is that icon?
What is that icon?
What the fuck is that?
It's just to remind me of what happens.
Swap
What
back
is
to
that?
the map here.
Swap back to the what the fuck did this thing do? Do I notice an adverse reaction when I pick it up?
You might feel a little strange, but I'm going to need you to let me know whenever you're holding something.
Okay, so I'm asking because if I don't notice an immediate reaction, DM, I'm probably going to continue picking up these stupid fucking statues.
Yeah, there's no obvious tell.
Great. So I'm gonna move down the line and I'm gonna scoop up the fucking next one.
Take the next one.
Does it count if she holds a statue? Is that
Yeah, I was like, does that count?
Does that statue count as a
if they're
thing that
holding
I'm
it,
holding?
then
If doing what now?
if they're holding the statue, does that count as them holding something?
Like the original statue that curses them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm holding something technically, yes.
That's up to
That's
you.
true.
Technically, yes. We'll amend it.
Or the
Let
next
me know
statue.
when you're holding something in combat.
Oh, I see.
I already knew what it was, but
But yeah, for
Okay,
that third
so-
statue, go ahead, roll a d100. I'm genuinely.
53.
Okay.
Don't make that face. No, put that face back where it came
No,
from.
that was
Help me.
really good, really good.
Can you hear the song that's going on in the background of my home?
I'm not hearing
No.
anything at the moment.
That's good, because it's very loud. It's my 4-year-old.
Yeah, pick up the statue. No adverse
do?
effects.
Okay, put that in my bag.
Lenosa
La, la, la.
is standing at the end of the hall, staring daggers at Amadi right now,
Wear gloves. You don't know where those statues have been.
with the body over her shoulder.
Hello? Are you mad at me?
No? Oh, not me.
No, Lenosa. This is as I'm like putting a statue in my bag. Am I doing something incorrect? Your face tells me yes, but your mouth tells me nothing. Should I stop?
She
Deal.
just shakes her head, and then she opens this door behind her and goes in and closes it behind her with the body over her shoulder.
I have a deep moral quandary, Dennis.
Who went downstairs for the statue? Was that Nisa and Aurelian?
Yes.
Roll who? It'll be a strength check. I'll let one of you aid for
Damn
a
it.
+5.
Nisa is going to actively try to pick this up with her +0, and she's
Okay.
gonna look at Aurelian with puppy eyes. Okay, but maybe if you like green, I can make you something out of it, or we can sell it entirely, and I can buy you something cool. But you carry it.
How? Let's see. I'm gonna see how heavy it is.
I am very weak.
I also have +0 strength. So,
only you had a barbarian
No.
with you or something.
but I'm
just a buff cleric.
proficient in athletics, though. I
Okay,
mean,
that helps. That helps.
so just a D20.
Yeah. Well, what's your proficiency in strength?
+0.
Oh, so you're proficient in it, but it doesn't give you anything?
Oh, sorry. So with the athletics is +2, and I rolled a 2, so that gives me a 4.
Yeah, so you two combined just can't seem to get it to budge.
What if
Damn it.
what if we
We could take it
broke
apart and
into
put it back together.
pieces?
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I think? I think that this statue is an affront to goodness, and it should be destroyed.
What?
It should be. We can
Are
sell
you
it. We can
just trying
sell.
to
We can
say that
sell.
you?
We can sell the individual pieces, but but
Are you just trying to destroy it because you're weak?
Yes,
I'm weak too.
and yes, but also that other mortal thing. Blah blah blah.
Is Jade? No. How can we convince Danis or Lenosa to come down here and pick this up?
We should remove it because it's bad, and other people will come to worship the snake, and then we should.
No, if we say it's bad, then Danis will kill it.
No, but it'll be in pieces, though.
Okay, we could put it into pieces. I could put it back together.
Oh, like just.
Yeah. You just need to give me some time. It'll take me like 8 hours or so.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's take it apart. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I start like taking out the only thing I have, which is my my wrench / light hammer. And
God, what do I have?
I just start beating the shit out of this jade snake downstairs.
Yeah, I have I believe I have a crowbar. So yeah, I would pull out a crowbar and start whacking it.
Okay. I'll say it takes you all 15 minutes to sufficiently break it down into small enough pieces that you can put it in your bag and carry it.
Nice.
While being careful enough to not just destroy it.
We have 7,500 gold pieces in our bags. You're the bard here. You sing the song.
I don't really
7,500 gold pieces in our bag.
I pull out my ocarina and I try to play the tune.
Oh, we're like the next group. We should go upstairs and tell them about our new song.
It'll be a traveling band. Everyone will want to hear about the tale of the jade statue.
This feels better. I needed to laugh. Maybe we can go make the group laugh with our song. Maybe.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
try
let's
it
go.
at least.
15 minutes. How many more statues has Amadi?
Well, the problem here is that Amadi really looks up to and likes Lenosa a lot. So receiving the look of disapproval from Lenosa has Amadi questioning themselves very hard. So Amadi is currently not taking any more statues, but spends at least 4 minutes standing outside the door Lenosa went through, going like this. And just sort of frowning at the door, and then they put their hand up to knock on the door, and they bring it down, and then they put their hand up to knock, and then they don't do it again, and then they go and they like look away and knock on the door very quietly like 3 times,
Like almost as if to like make sure they
Just
don't
like-
hear it.
like when you're a small child and you're in trouble, but you know you have to talk to parent or legal guardian, and you don't want to, so you knock, but you're afraid they're going to answer you.
Yes.
That is what Amati does.
All right. Sparrow, does Lenosa answer the door?
It does not.
All right. About that time, Aurelian and Nisa come skipping up the stairs in high spirits.
7,500 gold pieces in our bags. I forgot what I said.
It was a one-hit wonder.
By the time we get upstairs, I already forgot the song, and Nisa's like,
7,500, 7,500.
This is just a tribute.
7,500.
It's just a tribute. I got that, Nolan. You gotta believe.
Wish you were there. Had a opinion. So you guys come up the stairs all happy and skipping, and you just see Amadi like sitting cross-legged on the ground outside the door, like kind of scooted up against one of the statue bases, just with their head sitting down, and them like,
What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. But I did something wrong, and I think Lenosa's mad at me, and she won't tell me why.
Well, did you ask why?
I knocked on the door, and she didn't answer. And then Amadi just starts crying for the first time you've ever... They're also very tired. It's like
no.
6 a.m., and they've been up for 24 hours, I think, at this point. And
I
they're
start
just
like aggressively banging on the door.
no, leave her alone!
No, but Amadi's crying.
Privacy.
Lenosa.
It's my fault I did it.
Well, also you hear this commotion outside.
From inside the room, my plan is, Nolan, and you can adjust it as your will. Lenosa has gently laid down this person in that bed because she remembered there was a bed in this room. And she took out a bag, she reached into like her little like bag, and pulled out just like a little bit of just some rations, and is kind of just like trying to very carefully feed this person something small.
Roll a medicine check.
I will do this 9 times.
I was really hoping you'd like walk through the door, go through the other one, come around, and then behind them and be like...
I was genuinely considering it, honestly, but I feel like this is going to be more meaningful.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay, yeah. You're able to, so here you go, take some. And she's able to eat it and keep it down, and you can tell that, she's feeling more alert and better as you feed her these rations. Like, oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Your name?
Cyrilli.
And her eyes, like, she keeps it internal, but she remembers that name. Sparrow almost had to be like, you said, bruh? But she kind of just nods. Cyrilli, you can call me Lenosa. I am grateful to have found you.
I can't express my thanks.
There's no need for that. The pleasure was figuratively and literally mine. Are you strong enough to move?
I think I can.
Good. And she kind of like keeps her composure as the banging is happening on the door behind her. And she doesn't turn away, but she says, the group that is making all of that noise, and she kind of does it with a little bit of a smirk, they are with me, and we have been sent to find you, and we are glad that we have. So my hope is that once I dissuade them from making all of the noise that they are making, we can get you someplace safe.
That sounds nice.
And she stands, and as soon as she turns, all of the peaceful, chill Lenosa expression is fucking gone. And she opens the door and just has the angriest expression on her face.
Nisa's mid knock.
You made Amadi cry. Oh,
to be clear,
why?
Amadi is sitting on the floor, tugging on Nisa's pant leg, just please now leave her alone. She's mad enough as it is.
You made
Someone go check on Rowan.
Aurelian's already left and went into the next room.
I was waiting to apologize to you, Lenosa, because I upset you and I don't know why or how, and I'm really...
And she looks down at Nisa. Who are we sent to find?
Cyrilli.
And she stands up and moves aside as if to be who the fuck do you think is in this room?
Amadi, stop crying. We've done it.
Thanks, I'm cured.
Amadi just scoots back into the little hole in the wall where the statue goes. Amadi just scoots back on the floor and just sits there and
and she doesn't invite anyone in, but she after she does that, like, kind of step aside so that Disa can see that it is Cyrilli on the bed, gets back in the way again and goes, "We are leaving right now."
Are we bringing Cyrilli with us?
Naturally.
Yeah.
And the angry look is, like, going away.
We can absolutely find, like, a carton or a carriage or
She's
something.
strong enough to move for now.
Oh, good. Okay.
She's just like laying on the bed, just kind of like visibly regaining her strength.
Well, maybe we could go back to the barn and sleep, and then go in the morning.
We can
Everyone-
go see the hunter people that we know are somewhat safe in the little shack. Remember,
Yeah.
the elves.
I think that would be a more wise place to go.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Lenosa exits the room and stands in front of where Amadi is and looks down at them, excuse me, and well, will you stand?
Yeah. Yes. And they just sort of like embarrassedly like wipe their face. Like they realize they're being a child, and they stand up. Okay.
Good. And then with just like a quick lean, we will discuss later. And then she walks with Cyrilli out the nearest door, which I don't know if she goes back in and then goes around this way. Like,
Nisa remembers that she asked Danis to go call birds, so she's going to join him outside and leave the group.
What's Rowan up to?
Rowan is on the floor, her head's laying against the wall, and just closed eyes and taking deep breaths.
Aurelian will just come over here and sit down on the floor and won't say anything for a second. You okay?
Not yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how much emotion and anger can come to the surface when someone that you care about is in danger. I am not comfortable with that.
You're uncomfortable with being angry?
I'm uncomfortable about what follows the anger and the... I would prefer to use my anger as a well-tempered weapon rather than uncontrolled chaos. Things get out of hand really quickly, and I would rather that not happen again.
Well, we all live to tell the tale today. And there will be many more things that try us, I think, in the future. So, it's not what we did here, but what we do going forward, you know?
Yes. Listen, if there comes a time in which it doesn't seem as though I am acting of myself or just let me know, okay?
Yeah. I'll be there,
Thank you.
of course. And I'll stand up and Aurelian will offer a hand. Rowan,
And Rowan takes it and takes a deep inhale and big exhale.
Well, let's go see where everybody else is at. We got 7,500 gold pieces worth of jade, so that's pretty fun.
That's
Maybe
And
we can enjoy tonight. Or tomorrow. Or the next day. Something.
I thought you were still burning the body. I didn't know you wanted the statue.
I think it's better in pieces, honestly.
That's true. And hey, at least now we can afford things. Or you all can afford things. I know Lucy was talking about her shop. That's wonderful. Take the snake and turn it into something good. Something pleasant.
Yeah, maybe some good can come from all of this craziness.
Amadi's just trying to like inch their way past the emotional conversation, like not interrupt. Just
Start heading this way. Clap Amadi on the back.
What did Danis do during all that time? You went outside almost immediately.
Yeah. So when you this is a wall that's around the perimeter, right?
Yes, it's about 10, 15 feet high.
So Danis, being roughly 8 feet tall, he kind of starts to toss some bird seed up there, and he uses the staff of bird caller to call over a sparrow, or several.
What's up?
sparrows.
Oh, no.
I didn't know you'd know common.
Colin! Oh my god.
Hey, Dennis, it's me. Sparrow. How you doing?
I can speak bird. I didn't. I wasn't prepared for this.
All right, I'm sorry.
I'm so nervous.
I should not have derailed that. I'm sorry.
Does a sparrow show up?
Yeah.
And Danis will cast Speak with Animals.
Now Sparrow.
It takes about 10 minutes to cast, so he'll just kind of watch it for a while, make sure that it's got enough birdseed.
Yeah, it's just sitting there pecking away and enjoying the bountiful harvest that you've laid out in front of it. All the shenanigans inside took at least 15, 20 minutes. So if you did this immediately, then you've got some alone time with this bird.
And he kind of starts by whistling to the bird, just kind of trying to match the sound of the sparrow until he kind of eats a little bit of the bird seed and kind of looks up at the bird, whistles some more, eats a little bit more, and eventually his whistles become words and the bird understands them.
I'm terrified I'm going to make this bird dumb. I understand you.
I understand you.
This from you?
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I hope you're doing well.
I'm great.
Good. I've kind of had a hard day, so I wanted to help out.
You help.
Good. Could we do this again?
Sure.
Thank you. I I think I might need it.
I'll follow you.
I have a lot of birdseed.
That sounds nice.
You're very nice. Thank you.
Are you a tree?
No. I help protect trees, though.
Trees are important.
Trees are important. They provide homes for many people and birds.
My home's in trees.
So is mine. What's your name?
Sorry, Nolan.
Rutherford.
That's a very nice name. You, do you wanna...
He sprinkles some birdseed onto his shoulder.
Do you wanna...
He just kind of, like, hops down from the wall to your shoulder.
Dennis, like, slowly holds out a hand.
May I pet you?
Yeah, and he kind of just, like, you know, ruffles his feathers a little bit, and it feels nice.
Yeah, it does. I needed this.
And, Dennis will just sit there and small talk with the bird and pet him a little.
And Nisa came out before the group did. Did you use the staff? She says
No.
way too loudly. For the bird.
I did. This is Rutherford.
Rutherford. Is he your pet now?
No, he's my friend.
Oh. Well, I think everyone else is coming outside too. I think they were following. I'm not sure. But I think we're about to go. Maybe.
He wanted to follow me, if that's okay.
You don't have to ask me.
Well,
Do you want
you
him to
thought-
follow you?
yeah, well, if you thought it was irresponsible, then I wouldn't.
Are you projecting that irresponsibility onto me? Do you actually think that it's irresponsible, or are you just asking me if it's irresponsible?
I just don't want the things that I do, or the things that I bring, to be a burden.
You're not a burden. Not even a little bit. In fact, you're one of my heroes.
Thank you.
And now Rutherford can be a hero too. I can even make him a little battle armor, she says kind of sarcastically.
Don't do that.
But what if it was made of wood?
No.
Maybe Rutherford should speak for himself.
Well, why don't you ask him?
Rutherford, do you want armor to be the strongest sparrow in battle? Well, Dennis, I can't speak to animals, so...
I guess you'll never know.
Maybe I'll try to give him some armor. Now I feel like I need to make him armor. I feel like as I say that, the rest of the group maybe comes out.
Dennis doesn't dismiss you, but he stops answering at that point and just kind of pets the bird.
Nisa kind of like sees everyone coming out the building and like attempts to get attention into the corner of like where we are.
I think we're leaving now.
Okay.
You want to? I don't know who you report the dead bodies inside to.
Oh, right.
Maybe we just tell the elves.
Dennis, it's time to go.
Okay. I'm gonna bring my bird friend, if that's alright with all of you.
That's fine.
Absolutely.
Do we build him a mobile birdhouse?
No, he can. As long as there's trees, he should be fine. His
How
name's
long is he-
Rutherford.
Rutherford, I love him. Hi, Rutherford. Tweet, 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 tweet.
Aurelian does an exaggerated bow. Greetings, Rutherford.
As you all are sort of, gathering up, dusting off, making your way to the gate, you're about 10 feet from the gate when it begins to open from the outside. And as the gate opens, you see a robed figure pulling a cart. The robe is not like the one you've been seeing. It's a black robe with black feathers on the shoulders, a hood, and the smooth mask with 6 glowing eyes. Hello. How are you all doing today?
Is this
Lenosa instinctively puts Aurelia behind her.
Is this Crow?
This is Raven.
Or Raven, sorry.
Raven?
Wow, I did what people do
Nisa
to me.
makes a short, as a prepared action, she makes a short whistle and snap, and Target steps in front, in between Nisa, Madi, and Rowan, and the gate.
Well, that is a very big question.
Oh, there's no need for that. But we can dive into that next week.
Son of a biscuit.
Ooh.
I have